Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I'm going to be discussing things I no longer buy or do or think around beauty and fashion. This video is a bit different for me. I don't think I've ever filmed anything like this before, but I got the idea from someone over on my vlog channel. I had posted that I tried out some new skin bras and that I was just kind of over the giant padded bras, like that whole thing. And then someone started thinking, or someone made a comment and was like, I'd be curious to know what other things you're kind of over, because I agree, I'm over that as well. Like, what other things did you used to love, did you used to do all the time, and now you're kind of over it? So I figured it'd be fun to do. I don't know, I'm curious, and I'm also super curious about your guys. So what are some things that you used to do all the time, beauty, fashion, and now you're like, no, absolutely not? Whether it's just like a shift, what your shift is, but leave them in the comments down below because I'm so curious, because I'm wondering if we have similar ones that I've never even thought about, and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and jump into things I no longer buy, do, or think around beauty and fashion. Okay, this first one's probably gonna come as a pretty big surprise, and it is sunless tanning. Now, hear me out. I still like to do sunless tanning, a nice glow. I have no problem with that. The problem that I have is when I used to, and all of these opinions are my own. If you still do this, it's totally fine. I used to for many years as well, and I'm just showing you why, or sharing with you why I no longer do this. So no hate to anyone who does these things. This is just personal, and I figured it would be fun to share. So sunless tanning, and by sunless tanning, I mean looking like I spent a month in Mexico and didn't use an ounce of sunscreen. Like, where I'm basically a completely different color than I should be. Like that moment when you have to have a different colored foundation for your sunless tan. I'm all for having a darker shade in the summer or whatever, but like that whole like thought of just completely changing the color of your skin is nuts. Now, don't get me wrong, I still love a good sunless tan glow that it gives you, that evenness that it gives you. I'm all for that. Adding a little enhancement to what you already have, but completely altering the shade of your skin, I kind of think is out. I don't know, no matter how good you are, I'm a good sunless tanner. I've been doing it for years. You still end up looking kind of crazy. People can still tell. The last thing I want is someone to be like, oh, you're really dark. I shouldn't have anyone say that to me, because I don't know, it just doesn't make sense. I used to like have to plan out sunless tanning before any sort of event or anything like that. And like I said, I still like a glow, but I don't want to look like I've just spent a month in Mexico when it is 30 degrees outside. I think it's crazy. And even if you've mastered the technique and you can't even tell, it still wears off and it still looks interesting. You know what I'm talking about, around your hands, your knees. So now my favorite like sunless tanner are those drops that you can customize in your lotion, and it's a much more natural glow and look over this I'm a whole different person. So that is my first one that I no longer do, is intense skin transforming sunless tanner. So number two is actually the reason this video started, so I don't know why I didn't make it number one, but it is buying insane push-up bras. We all know, I think that if you grew up in the 90s, then 2000s, then you knew the era of the bombshell push-up bra from Victoria's Secret. The one that literally had no room for your boob and just was like straight cup, like padding in the bottom of the cup. I'm over that. I can't believe that I still have one and was using it for ever. I just feel like it's not necessary. It's not comfortable, and I don't know. I feel like it was always like taught to us to like give ourselves cleavage and all of that, but like I'm not even somebody who shows off my cleavage, so I was just wearing this push-up bra underneath a fully buttoned up shirt For what? Not comfort, because it wasn't comfortable. I always needed support. I'm not somebody who can go braless or just bralettes and things like that. I need something, but like this whole thought of just like a giant push-up bra, when in reality no one even saw it because I don't show all of that off, but it was just like too much. And I'm kind of over the fact that like push-up bras still are a thing. I get it, but for certain outfits, totally. For certain dresses, you want to like show them off, go for it. But like day to day, I'm over it. So I recently tried the Skims, I think it's the Fits Everyone or whatever bra, and I'm in love with it. It feels so comfortable. My boobs actually fit in the cups instead of spilling over and all of that. It's just a game changer. So I am no longer buying the crazy push-up padded bras. A little lift, cool. These ones that are like the padding is more than half the cup, goodbye. I have no need for you in my life anymore. Okay, number 3 is maybe controversial, but I feel like a lot of people have stopped doing this. Eyelash extensions. Again, your girl wore eyelash extensions for probably like 3 years straight when I lived in Japan. It was very trendy back then. It was, you know, I loved it when I had it done, but there are certain times I look back at pictures and I'm like, why do you feel the need to look like you're wearing like false lashes all day, every day? It's kind of a lot. It's just kind of a lot. I used to be like, oh, it's easy because it's lower maintenance. I don't have to put on mascara. But like there were never days where you could just like, I don't know, not look like you wore just like thick false lashes. Now some people go with a more natural look and that's totally cool. And I get that, but I'm kind of more at, why do we feel the need to put like plastic lashes on our lashes to make ourselves look put together at all times? No one's put together at all times. Even eyelash extensions, I'm sorry to break it to you, don't make you look put together all of the time. And I was over like literally washing them down the drain and when you would go longer in between a fill, because we know they're expensive, like your lashes would be like all over the place. It was just not a look. And I still think whenever I see them on girls, I just think, girl, get an eyelash serum. They work so well. If you're patient with them, you can grow out your normal lashes and choose to wear mascara when you want to. And I think that lashes, because your eyes are like the main focus on a lot of people's face, it's something you look at first, right? You can change the look of your eye by applying mascara in a different way, applying a primer before your mascara. There's so many different ways that you can alter the way your eyes look without wearing eyelash extensions all the time. I don't know. I'm over the whole like sitting in a chair. I hate appointments for that long and having someone glue lashes onto my face. I'm just over it. I don't know. That's my opinion. I think certain girls, they can look really cute, but I also just feel like natural is best. Use what you've got, and if you aren't happy with what you do have, they have eyelash serum. That's what I use. It works. It's amazing. And yeah, I loved having them when I had them, but I'm also just, even if I had a million gajillion dollars, I still would not get them done because I just think they look too much sometimes. And I'm happy that a more natural look is kind of coming in, but then it's kind of not at the same time because there are still huge makeup YouTubers where you're doing the cream contour and all the things. So it depends what side of the world you go on, but I think as I get older, I'm just over the whole thought that more is more, it's less is more. And that goes into foundations. And I am over and no longer subscribe to the full coverage, like don't want it to look like your skin foundations. Now I have changed, obviously my skin type has changed. I think everything changes, right, when you get older. But I am over the whole like full thick, like you don't want to see any imperfections on your face. Like I have a pimple here, I cover it. It's not like completely, you know, just red and like looks like it's gonna pop in your eyeball, you know, if you talk to me, but it's over. I'm over that fact of like we have to look like we have zero imperfections on our face, or we just have to be completely matte and porcelain and all of this. It's just no. I love a primer that blurs some of my pores. I love a foundation that covers some redness, but that still lets certain things pop through. It's just part of life. I'm overthinking that you have to be just like a completely blank canvas. I have always just been like, I want to still feel comfortable and confident when I have makeup on and when I don't. And I think that the way to do that is to just use makeup to enhance what you already have, your natural features, bring them out, make them a bit more bold. But when you wash off your makeup at the end of the night, you still look like you. But makeup is fun, makeup is self-expression. If you feel like you love to go all out, that's totally cool. Again, it's an artistic form, it's a fun way to enhance what you already have, or just have fun with it. But I'm at the stage of my life where I'm over the whole like super matte, super full coverage, concealer, everything. Like, you wouldn't know I have a pore on my face. And I used to be that way for a really long time, especially with powder foundations. I remember just like you didn't even know I had skin under there. Like, it was a lot. So I'm over that, but I'm on to a more glowy, more natural, more skin-like foundation and complexion, if I'm wearing makeup at all. All right, this is something that I feel like I've been adopting for a while, but realizing that expensive doesn't always mean better. Specifically with skincare. I think that I was a drugstore girl my entire life. That's just what I used and what I grew up on and whatever. And then when I, started making my own money, I would go spend it in Sephora. I feel like skincare wasn't my first thing that I ever spent at Sephora. I think I really got into Sephora skincare when I started working for Sephora. And thinking that just the ideas that brands would put in your brain and the ideas that like that drugstore was just full of fillers and mineral oil and all that, and I hate to break to you, so are things at Sephora as well. And more expensive does not mean better. Look at the ingredients, look at the potency. You can find amazing products at any price range. What you're paying for when you are buying expensive brands is a lot of the label. Granted, some brands have amazing formulas and I still buy high-end skincare. Not high-end, I would say it's like mid-range. I'm not buying like La Mer or anything, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Formulations can be nicer, things like that, but the core ingredients are very similar. Think about generic medication versus brand name medication. That brand name has more expenses, has more advertising, all of that stuff. All of that gets factored into the price of the product. So I'm overthinking that. I don't not use drugstore products, but I really focus on ingredients. What are the ingredients? And then if the ingredients are good, do I like the formula? Because the thing with skincare is like half of it is self-care. It's that luxury of just putting this all over your face and just that moment at the end of the night that just is like showing yourself that you care, your skin that you care, and it's just a relaxing moment for me. So I have to like the formula, but I use a drugstore cleanser. I use a lot of Ordinary, which I know is at Sephora, but it's a lower cost. So yeah, I'm overthinking. Just because it's expensive, it has to be good. Same thing with clothing. Just because it's expensive does not mean it's good quality. That's just how it is. Granted, some of them, yes, they have better quality, they have better like warranty, they have, there's certain things for sure. But I've bought really nice things that are really expensive and the quality is not good. So you don't have to get expensive with the mindset of thinking, oh, it's better. If only my husband would realize that. But nonetheless, expensive does not always mean better, and I'm overthinking that. Okay, these next two, I know. Well, these are the last two. They're gonna come as a complete shock. I'm over the whole, let's see how long we can wait to wash our hair, okay? This is the thing. When I was in high school, middle school, all that, washed my hair every single day. Every single day. My mom was a hairdresser. I washed my hair every single day, okay? My hair was good. I think I was voted like best hair in high school, something like that. Granted, I went to a very small high school. Okay. But nonetheless, like I had healthy hair and I washed my hair every day, and I used, my mom always had Kenra, but yeah, I washed my hair every single day and I had healthy hair and it was fine. And then came this whole like social media thing where it's like talking about, you know, how long you can wait to wash your hair, because washing hairs sucks. I know, it's a process, gotta blow dry, gotta style it, da da da. Hair always performs on the better on the second day, da da da. And then came dry shampoos, right? Dry shampoos have just taken over the world. And now, do we not notice that all of us have scalp issues? All of us have hair loss issues, right? Yeah, I'm kind of over thinking I should plan out when I'm gonna wash my hair. I should see how long I can go without washing my hair. I should train my scalp to be less oily. I get all of that. But like at the end of the day, everyone's scalp is so different. Now, if you have really dry hair, I get not wanting to wash it all the time. But like if you have an oily scalp and dryness is not an issue for you, wash your hair, wash your scalp. Stop listening to people talk about, oh, you know, you can train your hair to be less oily or you can go longer in between, because there is nothing grosser than a dirty scalp. And scalp is how your hair grows. Stop focusing just on this part. This is dead. You're not gonna bring this back to life. This is alive. This hair, or this scalp, this is what produces more hair. So if we're not focusing on this, we're not getting this, okay? I don't know, I just have come to the conclusion where I'm like, why am I trying to wait a week to wash my hair? Because that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what's healthy. And I don't believe that anymore. I believe that a healthy scalp is healthy. Since I've cut my hair shorter, I've washed my hair more frequently, just because I have less to maintain and I touch my hair a lot. So my hair does get oily and I'm just an oily scalped girl. And I just started washing my hair more. And you know what? A lot of my scalp problems went away. I still use dry shampoo. I'm not even gonna say I don't, because I do. I have some, I use some, but I'm not using it as a way to like extend my washes to 10 days. That's just not normal. It's not healthy for your scalp. We don't train our face to produce more oil and just not wash our face. Like, I don't know. It just all seems a little contradictory, and I think at the end of the day, it's silly. So wash your hair if it's dirty. Don't just rely on dry shampoo to tell you should extend the length of your hair or wash your hair, because you should do what like feels natural and good for you. And I was somebody who fell into that hype, and also fell into the hype that washing your face is self-care, but washing your hair is a lot of work. I don't get it. Nonetheless, I'm over the excessive dry shampoo and I'm just washing my hair. I'm washing my scalp. I'm caring for it, okay? That's that. And then the last one that I'm over, and this is gonna be like, what? Is wearing the Apple Watch every single minute of every single day. I know how silly we're gonna look when we look back at photos in like 10 years when the Apple Watch isn't a thing. I'm sure it's still gonna be some form of Apple Watch, but you know what I mean? Like, the thought that we have to track every single step, every single workout, every single standing goal, every single everything is kind of nuts. It's kind of obsessive. Don't get me wrong, I still love my Apple Watch. I still wear it. I'm curious to see what I do, but I've stopped relying on it every single day. I now wear an Apple Watch. The breaking of the Apple Watch curse that it had on me when I was like, oh my God, but I was so active, but I wore this watch all day, so I have no idea how many steps I got in. That doesn't mean the steps didn't happen. That doesn't mean the workout didn't happen if it was dead. All of this thought process that the Apple Watch has kind of just like grabbed onto us and made us feel that if we're not wearing it, it didn't work, or I don't know, we're gonna just get fat or what, I don't know. It's all just kind of crazy. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks this way, because social media has a way of making you not feel alone, yet putting things into your mind that you never even knew you were alone about. yeah, that's a whole nother topic, but I'm over it. I'm kind of over like feeling like I have to switch to a nicer band to wear it out to dinner because I'm gonna be walking around a lot and I need to like, you know, track my steps or whatever. I wear it around the house because I'm terrible at keeping my phone with me, so it's nice to have alerts when call or text or whatever like that, but I'm just kind of over wearing it, dressing it up to wear to a fancier event, because yeah, it's kind of silly. So I still wear it, I still love mine, but I'm over wearing it every single day. So those are the things, beauty, fashion, whatnot, that I'm kind of just, I'm over. I'm unsubscribing to those things in life. Really, really curious. This is just, it's fun. It's meant to be lighthearted. Please don't take anything super serious if you do any of these things. By all means, you do you, girl. Do what makes you happy at the end of the day. I always believe in that. I just was curious to see what other things that you guys used to swear by that you no longer do and why. I think a lot of it, the beauty industry kind of switches up and makes these decisions for us. Same thing with the fashion industry, but we still as humans can make these decisions ourselves. So I know there are plenty of girls doing all of the things that I mentioned, but I am no longer subscribing to those trends. I'm very curious. Hold me to it if I change my mind one day and you see me doing any of these and you're like, girl, I thought we're all allowed to change our minds. We're all allowed to grow. This video is fun to make and I'm so curious. Please, 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 please let me know in the comments down below. What are things you used to subscribe, diehard stan, and now you're like, peace, never again. I could never. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and I'll see y'all in my next one.